Hey YouTube, this is J Money with Falling Forward Financial. Haven't been on here for a while, so time to make some videos. Back to the old grind of MJ. MJ is about to be legal in half of the United States. This week, Maryland, Missouri became the 20th and 21st states to legalize MJ for adult use. 4 out of the 5 states with MJ on the ballot in 2022 midterms were conservative: Arkansas, Missouri, North Dakota, South Dakota, asking voters to weigh in. Colorado and Washington first legalized in 2012, with the red states lagging in passing MJ reforms. Americans overwhelmingly think MJ should be legal, with 91% favoring some from legalization, according to an April 2021 Research Center survey. In October, President Biden announced that he would pardon federal convictions for simple MJ possession and review how MJ is scheduled under federal law. And I think they're still working on that. So, current and obvious tension between federal law and state policy is untenable. Executive Director of National Organization of Reform of MJ. As more states join the list of legalizing localities, it further compels elected officials to act on what clearly the will of the majority of Americans. So, not all MJ reforms are created equal, so a lot of them are still in the works. I'm in Nebraska. They've talked about it a couple times. I'm sure we'll be one of the last states to legalize. We'll just have to wait and see. So you have Arkansas voted no on Issue 4, considered a measure that would have modified the state's existing medical MJ program, which was enacted in 2016. A September survey found 59% of Arkansas voters were in favor of the initiative. Maryland voted yes on Question 4. They approved MJ legalization referendum, with over 65% voting yes to Question 4. Home cultivation of up to 2 plants for personal use and gifting will be permitted under the new law, with purchase and possession of up to 1.5 ounces per MJ made legal for adults 21 and older. Missouri voted yes on Amendment 3. Missouri's legalization measure makes it legal for adults 21 and older to purchase and possess up to 3 ounces of non-medical MJ and allows for registered home cultivation. Records for prior MJ offenses will be reviewed and expunged by the courts by June 8th of 2023. North Dakota voted no on Measure 2, legalization measure, and North Dakota would have allowed adults 21 and older to purchase and possess up to 1 ounce of MJ and 4 grams of MJ concentrate. And if you're in any of these states, you can list that in the comments, and if it's legal in your state or not. Next, South Dakota voted no on Measure 27, and most infuriating defeat for MJ reform advocates. South Dakota voted no on legalization despite having approved a measure 2 years ago. 2020, 54% of voters approved legalizing MJ, but following a legal challenge spearheaded by Governor, the state Supreme Court invalidated the vote on procedure grounds. Colorado voted yes on Proposition 122. Colorado voters were split on a ballot measure to legalize low-level possession of a variety of psychedelics. I've talked about psychedelics here on the channel a couple times, MindMed and a couple other ones, so that will be something interesting to watch there in Colorado. Passing it by a margin of less than 3%, 4 years after Denver became the first U.S. city to decriminalize psilocybin, aka magic mushrooms. The state could potentially become the second in the nation to authorize supervised psilocybin services. Prop 122 would be a huge step forward for the nation in expanding the legalization conversation beyond MJ and toward a broader end to the war on drugs in its entirety. So very interesting information, so I'm not going to read all of this to you, but feel free to pause and go through the rest. But that's about it, just kind of an update on some of those states. Again, it'd be interesting to see some comments, see what state you're in, and if it's legal in your state or not, or what they're working on. But that's about it for the legal for half of the United States on that article. So I just thought it was kind of interesting. So those of you that follow my channel closely, you know I talk a lot about MJ. I feel it's going to be a big deal someday. I have quite a few different MJ stocks and just like to stay up ahead of all that. So thought this article was rather interesting. So again, if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money following Ford Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.